I don't have help. How come nobody's helping me? You see me over here stressed out. Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? And it's like, well, because you be making it seem like you're the only person that can do it right.
How many married women are single mothers?
I don't, but, whoa.
Get into it. Get into it. Get into
Married
it.
women are single? How does that?
I'll give you this explanation.
Okay.
I'm not, because me and my husband actually work together on raising our kids. But there is plenty of households where a woman is solely responsible for raising kids. And a man don't give a fuck.
And you define those women as single mothers?
A married woman that's a single mom, yeah.
It's
legally, no. But in reality, if you're a man, and your household run how your household run. But if you can't help your wife or your girl out with the kids, and you know she need a break, or I saw a video of a girl breastfeeding, and she was dozing off breastfeeding. The boyfriend was recording her. Look at you being reckless. Da, 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 da. Why wouldn't you just grab your baby? Baby, go lay down for a second. You tired?
Now I get you.
Because she's a single mom.
But you know what? Personally,
Next one.
We're just gonna go ahead and get right into this, okay? The thing is, right, I think that women, just for the sake of coddling themselves, and actually before we even get into this, I want to say to you guys, I'm sorry that I did not post in the last 2 days. It's because I am feeling a little bit under the weather. I'm feeling a little bit better now, but this weather change going into fall has got me messed up. Okay, so if you hear me sniffling or anything, that's the reason why. But the conversation doesn't stop. So anyways, back to the conversation. I feel like women overall have a tendency to, because of they want to coddle themselves, because of coddling themselves, they create all these different scenarios and conversations to make things sound good, to fit into specific categories that they will have more space or more ammo to complain about men. And it doesn't make it true, number one. And number two, you don't have to fit into a specific category to complain if you want to complain. You guys might be wondering, like, what do you mean by that? Well, what I mean by that is, there are single mothers, and let's just create a strong distinction of what a single mother is. A single mother is a woman who is raising a child or children on her own. She has no idea how to get into communication with the father. If she does have an ability to communicate with the father, this person is not involved, does not show any effort for his children, does not care about his children, does not care about his children's well-being. You can't send them over there for a weekend, for a day or two. Okay, they have never lived with this person. It has only been under that mother's care. This is also a mother who has all of the entire financial burden on her and her side of the family when it comes to supporting her child or her children. Okay, this is more than likely a woman that lives alone. Okay, and lives with her own family and is trying to, again, create a household environment for her children or her child. Like, we need to stop, because for women who say that they love women so much, and for the quote unquote sisterhood, it's so interesting to me that they always try to join into conversations or try to make other women a part of situations that it's a completely different conversation for, right? And I think that it is messed up to the actual single women who actually don't have a choice, whether it is from the situation of, it just didn't work out, incarceration, maybe the person is, not alive anymore. Like, there's a lot of real widows. There's a lot of real situations that cause real reasons for a woman to be a single mother, and not just because a woman and her husband have horrible communication skills means that she is now in the same scenario of that kind of woman and being a single mother when you live in a house with a man. That's foolishness to me. That's foolishness to me. And I think that this is something that we, again, have to stop doing. Have to stop aiding the conversation towards. Have to stop supporting. Right? Trying to fit in. And they just create these words. Oh, yeah, we have some married single women. Like, single mothers. Like, it's just so... How do you sound? How do you sound? Maybe there needs to be a deeper conversation in regards to that relationship aspect. But do you fit in the category of a single mother? No, you do not. Is that child going to have the same exact feelings as a child who has never seen their father and never met that father, never had a relationship with their father, as they would living in a household with both of their parents, with you and this daddy that you're acting like does not exist because you're saying that this married woman is a single mother? It's a completely different ball game. So stop it. Okay, that's something that we really need to stop. Like, stop trying to fit in. Stop trying to fit into categories. Stop trying to make things sound good. You know, this is the same kind of conversation as like women who on Father's Day, oh, I've been a mother and a father. Impossible. You've just been the best mother that you can be, but you have not been a mother and a father because you cannot raise a man as a mother being a woman. You can just be the greatest mother that you can possibly be, and you can instill in him the tools of a great man that you know of that to be, based off of your life experience, based off of your situational experience, based off of the men around you, the men in your family. But you yourself have not been through the trials that it has, that has made a man a man. So you cannot say that you are mother and father, because to be father, you have to be the man. And you're not that. Never been that. Don't know a man's real experience. You only know what you've experienced through dating men, through living with men, through your brothers, through your cousins, through, your daddy, your uncles, not because you've been a man. So this is like the same kind of conversation. Right? And it's foolish. Now, I'm going to run it back. Okay. I'm going to run it back one more time just so we can hear the conversation. And then I'm going to go to the other aspect of the conversation.
Married women are single mothers?
Whoa.
Get into it. Get into it.
Married women are single? How does that?
I'll give you this explanation. Okay. I'm not, because me and my husband actually work together on raising our kids. Mm-hmm. But there is plenty of households where a woman is solely responsible for raising kids. And a man don't give a fuck.
And you define those women as single mothers?
A married woman that's a single mom, yeah.
It's
legally, no. But in reality, if you're a man, and your household run how your household run. But if you can't help your wife or your girl out with the kids, and you know she need a break, or I saw a video of a girl breastfeeding, and she was dozing off breastfeeding. The boyfriend was recording her. Oh, look at you being reckless. Da, 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 da. Why wouldn't you just grab your baby? Yep. Baby, go lay down for a second. You tired.
Yeah, I get you.
Because she's a single mom.
But you know what? Personally,
difference is, okay, we're gonna peel this back layer by layer. First part we're gonna have to get into is her saying that she's not in that situation or scenario. So being that you're not in that scenario because of whatever dynamics you have in your relationship, in your home, in your life, in your marriage, or whatever, like, I think that there's a couple of things that we have to talk about before we get into the last part of the communication aspect that's lacking within the relationship. I want to pause here for a second. We just talk about the real fact that a lot of women put themselves into situations because of this I got it attitude. Can we just have that real conversation? Because this woman is very forward, right? The woman who is saying this is very forward in communication. She's very loud. She's very abrupt. She's very rough, right, in her communication. So clearly, if she has an issue with her own spouse, she's going to communicate in that same exact way. But can we talk about the women who have that same abrupt attitude, that same abrupt manner of speaking and thinking, and when they're in a relationship with their man, all of a sudden they, I'd rather do it myself. Oh, you're not doing it right. Oh, you can't. And then they create this situation because nobody wants to feel like they are being micromanaged. And a lot of women have a tendency to micromanage everyone inside their home, but especially their spouse. So you're complaining that your man is putting all the responsibility on you, all the nurturing responsibility on you. But when he wakes up in the middle of the night to go make the baby a bottle, you complaining that he not doing it right. You complaining at the way that he's choosing to soothe his baby. You're complaining at the way that he does this and he does that. I'm not talking about instruction, right? I'm not talking about, aiding him into doing things that are more comfortable for your child. I'm not talking about that. Some of y'all just have something to say about everything and you want to micromanage everything. And while doing so, you turn that person off because it's like, okay, if you don't like the way that I'm doing all these things, then you might as well do it yourself. And then you want to turn around and be mad. I don't have help. How come nobody's helping me? You see me over here stressed out. Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? And it's like, well, because you be making it seem like you're the only person that can do it right. So why would I put myself in that situation if I know I can't do it right according to you? What would be the sense of that? What would be the sense? And I completely get that. I completely get that. Now, of course, there are situations, right, that are completely unbalanced. And for me, from my own mental and the way that I think and view things, I strongly believe that it is a lack of maturity in some situations. Okay? There are certain situations that, you know, the other party, it could be either or, is leaving all the responsibility on one partner and not thinking of the other person. But I think that this goes to a very important part of the relationship and dating phase. If you're sick and this man is not worried about you, not taking care of you, you know, still expect you to do all of these things regardless of how you're feeling, then how can you fathom that you will have a child with this person and this person is all of a sudden going to be this nurturing and caring person? You have to know who you're with. Right? And if you don't have that thorough communication to express the fact that you need something, that you want something, that you would like something done, that you need help to this person and they are not actively assisting you, then you need to be thinking about what is it inside of you that decided to have a child with this person. I understand that some people change. Okay? I'm very well aware of that. Some people do change. But overall, a lot of people find out the inner works of their partner after they have already decided to be in a relationship with this person and they already had the child. That's when they start getting to know people, after the baby's already born. And you don't think about the things that would make this person a good parent, a good father, a good partner. Right? And sometimes vice versa. Okay? But it's very, very important to not just be looking at it one-sided and just being so woe is me. Oh, that's such a horrible situation. I can't believe that she's going through this. Like, we need more context. We need more details. Have you communicated? Have you expressed this? Are you overbearing? Do you act like he can't do anything right? Are you controlling? Okay, was he expressing this type of behavior or exuding this type of behavior before you guys even decided to have a child? When you sick, is he there for you? Okay, let's not just act like it's this whole victim thing and like, oh my gosh, you know, this person is in this situation and woe is them. Like, we have to get to the real deeper rooted issues if we want to spark change or spark, you know, a deeper conversation. And again, how can a woman that's living with her husband be considered a single mother? If you can't communicate to your husband that you need help and that you need assistance, girl, why is that your husband? Why? If you can't communicate that you need something from that person, then you need to backtrack a whole bunch of, you need to be asking yourself a lot of questions. How did you get here? Like, how did you get here? How'd you get married? How'd you have a baby? Without looking at these qualities that matter so deeply. That matter so deeply. And again, there's one-off situations where people change. There's situations that people get caught up, yes, but we're talking about the majority. Okay, and the majority of the time, a lot of it is not communicated effectively. Yelling at your partner and telling them, I need help, I'm tired, I'm this, that's not doing anything. Micromanaging, not doing anything. Being argumentative, not doing anything. Saying you got it and being fine the whole time and then exploding after, that's not doing anything. It's having effective communication, babe. Listen, I know you're the one working. I know I'm the one with the child. It's a lot. Okay? It's a lot. I'm a little overwhelmed. I'm a little tired. Can you create a space that at this point that you can help me where I can just be alone by myself for a couple of hours? Is that okay with you? Can we make this work? Can this help? We have to figure out effective communication. And I also want to say this too. There are some situations that are different. Postpartum is very real. The hormone changes in a woman's body is very real. Okay? But the connection between you and your spouse has to take precedence. And you have to know each other and effectively be able to communicate with one another. It's so vital, regardless of whatever's going on. Regardless. And let me tell you something. If you're in a situation where that you're with a partner that you cannot communicate with them, having a child with them is the worst thing that you could possibly do, because there's going to be so many changes that will happen that if that other person is not understanding to those changes, it's going to be detrimental to the entire, not only relationship, but that child's, viewpoints and what they see as a healthy relationship from their parents. Like, it's going to be very detrimental. Because there's a lot of changes. There's 6 weeks. There's body changes, hormone changes, image-wise you change. And so there has to be that strong communication sense and that strong connection between the two of you, understanding between the two of you before you embark on such an important journey in the first place. I think a lot of times women talk about what happens at the finish line, but how did we get here though? That's what we have to focus on. What are you looking for? A lot of y'all rushing to get married, rushing to be somebody's wife, rushing to be, have children because your homegirl's having children, and you don't think about the intricate details that really, really matter in these situations. That's going to, again, make the most difference. It's the most important thing. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear you guys' opinions on this video. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next video. Love you.